Do you want to improve at a quicker pace? Check out GITGUDRacing.com. I've coached hundreds of drivers, from real-life racers to sim enthusiasts, who experience rapid improvement after just one session. And while investing in top-notch hardware is great, imagine how much more you can elevate your experience by adding coaching to the mix. My methods are practical, aiming to break down complex concepts into easily digestible bits that are simple to understand. You can find reviews of the sessions I've conducted on the Fiverr link provided in the video description. Let's elevate your racing skills together. Now for the track guide. For turn 1, what I use as a reference for braking is the white line near the 100 meter board. So at the 100, but looking at the white line, because it's a very nice reference, you will see it from the inside, you will see it from the outside, so overall it's a good reference to have. Slightly before it, like right here, whenever the 100 is disappearing, I'm applying the brakes, and I plan to brake in a straight line as much as I can and then to turn the steering wheel. So I want to delay as much as possible the turn in. You want to turn in late for this corner. This is a long corner, so you really want to turn late. So on entry, using this curve, this is gonna be key, picking around 85 pressure, holding it, and now I'm committing to the corner. I'm still trailing while taking it, and whenever I hit this curve on the right side with the right tires, that's the moment in which I want to put the power down as early as you can, because you will gain a bit more if you be just a bit earlier. However, I found that there's no benefit in going over this curve completely. You will just scrap the speed if you're gonna go that slow, and you won't get it back. So apexing just at the white and red curve, putting the power down and using this part of the track. If you're gonna use more, it's gonna be an off track. Now going into the next corner, you want to open up as much as possible by mounting this curve right here. I'm braking at the beginning of the curve, and it's important to not brake very hard initially, because if you're gonna brake too hard, then you will kill all the momentum early, and whenever you're gonna turn for the corner, you will find yourself that the car is a bit slow, so you will put the power down earlier than you should, and the car will understeer on the exit. Instead, you want to keep the car rolling forward, keeping the car on the edge. So around this part, whenever I'm very close to this curb, I'm downshifting to second to get that extra rotation. And the moment that I'm downshifting to second and the car is already pointed, I'm going on throttle. You don't want to track out all the way to this curve right here, because then you will have to lift too much on the throttle for the next corner. Instead, you want to have your car in the middle of the track, because then you can bring it all the way to the left and then take this corner almost flat out, which is gonna be the faster way around here. For this left-hander, high-speed corner, blind corner, I'm braking before the curb. Make sure to brake early enough for this one, because you really want to cut as much as you can this blind corner, the one on the left. You want to cut the curb, and if you're gonna brake too late, the car will understeer. So braking nice and early, downshifting to fourth and cutting it like this. You want to cut it all the way to the grass and put the power down nice and early. Don't go all the way to the right side, so don't use this curve to its maximum potential, because the next corner comes very quickly and you won't have enough time to bring the car all the way to the left here. So all the way to the left before the 13, applying the brakes, downshifting to third and staying very tight around here. That's gonna be the faster way to take this corner. Moving on into the chicane, mount this curb with the left tires, and as soon as you find the curb, brake and downshift to third. Notice that I'm all the way aligned with the grass. Downshifting to third, and you have to cut here a lot of this first curb, because if you're gonna not cut a lot, then you're gonna lose a lot of time. So cutting there is key. Now mounting this curb so that the right tires are touching the grass almost, and before turning in, just a slight dab on the brakes to make the car point, and then cut more here. I lost a bit of time, so it was not ideal, because you want to put the power down a bit earlier. For the next corner, again, same thing, use this curb. This is gonna help the car rotate and keep the momentum up. However, you want to apex it late. So I did a mistake here. The key takeaway to have a good S sector around here is first to bring the car more to the left, so this was not enough. And second, to turn later for this corner, so to meet this curb a bit later than what I did here. This was a bit of an early apex and I will lose it on the exit, as you see here. So keep that in mind. Going into the next right-hander, again high-speed corner, you want first to position the car all the way to this curb, then brake, downshift to third and meet this curb early enough. You want to meet it early because this curb can help the car rotate. So use that curb, you will gain a bit of time by staying on that curb. For the next corner, the braking point is the beginning of the curb. I'm applying the brakes, downshifting to third, and I really want to cut this curb as much as I can while still mounting this curb. So trailing into the corner, cutting all the way, almost middle, half of the car on it, and then immediately put the power back on. You will gain a lot of time if you cut this curb. Going into the final corners, I'm braking in the middle of this curb, initially on the straight line. As I'm progressing to the corner, I'm downshifting to second and putting the power down. And for the last corner, I'm braking at the Marshall post on the left. I'm applying the brakes, long trailing, so still trailing, going on power in the middle of the corner and managing it for the exit because the car is going to be slidey. And in short, that's a track guide of the Hungaroring with the BMW M4 GT4. I hope you have a great week ahead and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.